This is my review of the Transformers Arc playset with Teletran 1 IG-TF007, I think it's officially called, by iGear. Now, it looks fantastic once you've got it all together. There's a lovely amount of detail. The plastic is pretty thick, it's quite hard plastic. I mean, some of these bits have been thrown across the room and haven't broken, so that shows how solid the plastic is. But the whole reason those bits got thrown across the room is because the damn thing's so difficult to put together. It's like building a house of cards. You push two panels together, then you go to push the third panel in, and the other bits fall apart. Now I'll just get these out of the way, and you see it's basically made up of loads of these little squares that you clip together, but the clips that have been designed to hold it together are pathetic, and you can't apply enough force to push them in together tightly, because as soon as you apply any force to it, a bit over here will fall down. So if you do manage to get it together, which I did after much trying, it's just holds together so flimsily, and there's gaps between all the squares because you can't push them together as tightly as you want to, because it would just make the rest of it collapse, and you're worried to touch it because it is just like a house of cards that's going to collapse, and it's ridiculous. So what I've done now is, because I want it so that I can still take it apart and fit it in the box, I haven't been able to glue the whole thing together, but you can glue 6 of these squares together and it will still fit in the box. And why they didn't do this at the factory, why they couldn't have just made big panels of that size to start with, and the whole thing would have held together a lot better, and it is holding together better. Now I've glued all these into panels of 6, but really I shouldn't have had to do that, not for, well, for the UK this cost £150, including postage and packaging and import tax, which is just £150. You know, I want it to be pretty much perfect for £150, not falling apart all over the place. You know, I've got these 4 bits here glued together, and even now I've glued all these parts together, you can see at the back there it still doesn't go together. If I try and push that top bit there together, the whole back bit will come out at the sides there and in that corner there, and it would just all come down, and this is the best I could get it to hold together. Now I think it's, and the clips at the bottom that hold the back bit down to the floor don't work very well either, but I think what I'm going to have to do is get some kind of little metal clip I can just put on the back there to hold that together, and then hopefully it should be fine. Because other than that, now that I've glued it, so much of it together, it does hold together pretty well, except for that back wall. So anyone who gets this, you're really going to have to be prepared to do some modifications to it to get it to be any good. And that, on top of the price of it, makes it hard for me to recommend this set to anyone, even though it looks fantastic. And you also get a little sound wave there. Comes with it. Got the Sky Spy thingy. Computer consoles. The stickers don't stick on all that well. The adhesive on the back of the stickers isn't very good, so you might have to put just a bit of Pritt stick I put on the back of the stickers, and it stuck them down fine. Also, that sticker there didn't come with it, but there was a little bit of plastic there that's shaped like the Autobot symbol, so I've stuck that one over the top of it. There's a Medibay, a little bit there that's reminiscent of the one that was in the original Optimus Prime Toys trailer, that little hook thing. I've added a few more stickers, like these yellow light stickers I added myself, as well as the Autobot symbol. The stickers that go in there and there are quite awkward to get in, and that one there is actually a bit wonky. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, because out of all the stickers that seemed to be the only one that had decent adhesive on the back of it. So once it went in there, I couldn't pull it back out to straighten it up, which is typical. The Energon cubes don't come with it, they came with the USB Ravage. Now I'll put some transformers in it so you can just see what sort of size they are. There's Optimus Prime in it, Ultra Magnus. Oops. And you can get a bit of an idea of the size of the thing now. Got a few different size transformers standing in it there. Yeah, I guess you'll have to make your own minds up. But like I say, I just really don't know if I'd want to recommend it or not, because there's so much trouble getting it together and it's so frustrating. But it is kind of worth it in the end if you're willing to glue the bits together. And I had to cut some of the clips off actually on the floor. Cutting some of the clips off actually made it fit together better, because there are some clips that aren't really necessary that hold these floor panels together. So it could so easily have been an almost perfect playset, or diorama. Us adults have dioramas, not playsets. But it could have so easily been perfect if they'd have made the panels bigger rather than being in these small squares, and if they'd have just redesigned the clips slightly so that they hold together better. It really wouldn't have taken too much. And they must have put this thing together when they designed it. They must have, you know, you'd think they would have tested it out many times. I'm not sure how the hell they managed to put it together without these problems and thought it was alright to be sold this way. Anyway, that's pretty much all I can say on it. Hopefully you've seen it in enough detail now, and I've given you enough info on the problems with it. You can make an educated decision on whether you want to spend all that money on it or not.